Hi students, good afternoon. Welcome to An Academy. Welcome to my class where I'm going to take the first sociology class for you guys. And yes, today we would be doing the sociology and the society chapter. That's the first chapter, and we will be doing it in one shot. So I'm hoping for more students to join in, and then we will move ahead. So quickly tell me, am I audible and visible both, all of you? I hope there is no issue. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope everybody can hear me and everything is clear. There is no issue. So for everyone who has joined in and everybody who is yet to join, let me, before starting the chapter, let me just quickly take you through a few things about the plus features which we are offering in an academy. And the first very beautiful part to know is that yes, sociology classes would be also live on what do you call YouTube. We already have started with our classes on the plus. It's already streaming live. We also have just in case if you're not aware, let me tell you, we also have the same courses as special classes. You can go to my profile, Urmi Chakravarti, and look at all the special classes which are already there. Like you can also see that there's a referral code here, and if you would wish to, after looking at the special classes, after having today's class, if you feel that this can work good enough for you, I welcome you all to join the plus schedule because we already have started. Like you know that the CBSE can give you, they have already have given a tentative date for the CBSE class 12th examination, class 11th examination. So similarly, it should be always that no matter when the school keeps your exam, you should be well prepared. And yes, class 11th is the base of class 12th, so your revision will help you out. So yes, you can avail the code and get a 10% discount on your plus membership. I will quickly tell you something about myself meanwhile when the students are joining in. All right. So my name is Professor Urmi Chakravarti and I'm the educator for the CBSE Humanities in Sociology and Psychology, both at an academy. And mostly I take major subjects of sociology. I'm a Vidar Babhushan awardee. I have an experience more than 10 years of guiding and mentoring. I have even lost the number of count of the students which I have trained. I am blessed and fortunate to be a part of the Women Economic Forum. I'm an assistant professor by my profession. I'm an assistant professor in an MBA college. I teach students. I help the MBA students to hone their skills. I help you all to have a good score in your exams while learning sociology. I'm also a columnist. I write for newspapers. I write on different societies, issues, different various abstract topics and all of that. So I welcome you once again on board. About the plus features, okay, now these are a few things which you have to know, that the best part is that you're sitting at your home and you're learning, which an academy gives a fabulous option of home tuitions kind of feel. Okay, it is basically that during the pandemic this has also become a great boon to all the learners, because of course you have enough time to learn properly and you have some top educators from India on the same platform with all the different subjects. Okay, not just this, but you have for all the competitive examinations for your now an academy has even launched some amazing courses which I will be letting you know in today's class. Okay, you will be getting all the study material in PDF format. Once the classes are over, you can basically go there and download the material. So this is what an academy has given you and it is a great scope for you guys to basically get a plus membership, and there's mentorship and guidance given to you especially. All right, so there are different regular doubt clearing sessions after every third class. The fourth class is a doubt clearing session. Syllabus is being completed, and yes, unlimited access to all the courses, so you can attend all the special classes for free. You get me right. We have daily practice sessions where we are taking the let's crack mock tests are there. Okay, they are conducted on weekly basis. So as you can see the clipping on the board, it is not just your practicing, but it is also about you to properly give the best shot. Okay, now there are tests, there are quiz, there are different kind of things which all the educators will bring to your notice. Yes, there are different batches which have already commenced. Okay, the science and the commerce batches for 2021 year, the year. We already have live interactions going on. There are different durations. The bundle batches have already begun. Okay, from Monday to Friday. Can you see the timings are already there? And yes, there are different kind of what do you call routines going on. So there are few batches which are still on and which are going to get over by December. So in case you want to join in, you can. We are also going to start with few more batches the coming month. So yes, it will be very helpful for you to build up and prepare right from the beginning, which I am keeping on telling in my special classes also. All right, so yes, this is for the science and commerce, that is the NCERT weekend batches. So I will once again invite you to join the special classes and have a gist of what exactly are we doing. Okay, so we also have the NCERT weekend batches, which are basically on the Saturdays and Sundays. You can see the different durations are already mentioned on the screen, and it is also showing you the dates, that when is it there. Like for example, business studies happens from 9 to 10:30 in the morning, that is Saturday and Sunday both. English happens from 11 to 12:30. Okay, economics at 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and then 4 to 5 you have accounts. So you have these kind of classifications and different segregations, and as you can see, there are fabulous educators on board who are very good with their expertise, and they are there to help you out. Not just this, yes, like I told you, we have also the humanities batches which have already commenced. Okay, we already have started them from the 1st of August, and the best part is, along with sociology, you can also have the political science, history, geography, economics, psychology, English, and the best thing is also the physical education or Hindi. The optional subjects also are here. Okay, the most optional subjects. So these courses will not only provide you with a detailed understanding of the subjects, but will genuinely include mock test. It will include it will help you to become exam ready. I am sure that you guys can check the Unacademy Learning app and see what our courses are available, what all courses are coming, and enroll as soon as possible. Okay, now the best part is that if you take these subjects which you already know that humanities offer, these are also going to help you in your competitive examinations. So please make sure that whichever your goal is, you can go ahead and take a subscription and use my code once again and get a referral of 10% discount. That's Urmi Live, URMILIVE. Okay, so yes, there are top featured educators. Okay, as you can see that I am also on the screen. I'm taking psychology and sociology both. Okay, so there's the link of my profile given already. Okay, so Unacademy, you can just go there and follow me on Unacademy. Okay, that's Professor Urmi Chakravarti. Okay, you can see that that's my username, that's already being linked there. So any which ways, if you search on Google as well, my profile will come on Unacademy, so you can just go ahead, join me, and see when we take the next class. All right, I once again welcome you all on board. And now this is something which I'm going to share with you guys, which you will really, be happy to know that along with these courses, Unacademy also have launched few more courses which are being just in focus since last 2 days. All right. Before that, I will just tell you the plans which we have for class 11th and 12th. The 1 month plan is, as you can see, it's for rupees 2,250. Okay, this is basically 10% off. If you use my referral code, we basically have to put it across here. I've already mapped it properly. If you take a 3 month subscription, it's 5,850. Okay, so you basically save some money, which was already for 6,500, but you get a 10% off if you use the referral. There is a 6 month plan, there's a 12 months plan, there's a 24 months plan. I always suggest my students to go for a 24 months plan, because you know, it's a long run thing. You're already paying, and you're paying the right amount because you know that you have to go for these many months. Now that if you don't have that much time left, then you can opt for the 12 months, or you can opt for the 6 months, okay, as per your convenience and as per your availability. All right, so yes, this is what something which I wanted to share with you guys. That is class 6 to 8 is already there live on Academy. So yes, this is a new update which has come, and I'm sure this is something very exciting, because many students asked me on the special classes that ma'am, मुझे मेरे भाई भाई और बहन को भी लगाना है. I want them also to join an academy. So yes, this is the right chance for you guys to go ahead and enroll yourselves. And yes, you can use my code also for the same thing, okay. Yes, can you see this? Class 7 to 12 subscription plans are here. The plans here are different, okay, of course. You can see that there we only had till 24 months, but here you also have 36, 48, and 73 months, okay. Just have a look at the plans, okay. Just have the 7 to 12, what is the 6 to 12 subscription plans. These are all basically the subscription tariffs which they have given, okay. So you can use these, okay. There's an 8 to 12 plan also, you can have a look at it. And yeah, this was about it. So before we begin with today's class, I wanted to tell you that I welcome you all on board, and I hope you have a great learning endeavor. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. And as this is our first class of the sociology, so if there is anything which you wish to inform me, or which you wish me to take for the next class or the upcoming class, you can let me know, okay. Because in the previous class, people asked that, ma'am, when is the sociology class going to happen, in when I was taking my psychology class on the YouTube. And see, here we are, we have got the sociology class already. And this is for class 11. Tomorrow we also have a class for class 12, okay. So yes, let's just move ahead and shoot with the first chapter, that is sociology and society. So like I always tell in all my classes, that before taking the theory and the concepts, I always make sure that your basics are clear. Because in humanities, which is known as arts, okay, in arts, if you do not know the topic which is relevant to it, you will never be able to explain it, okay. And unlike the other core subjects, that's science or that's commerce, when you basically know what are the points, what are the experiments, what are the logics behind it, you write dot to dot and you can score, okay. But this is not the case in humanities. In humanities, unless you explain the entire concept in a proper descriptive manner, okay, scoring is a tough call. All right, now of course, it is not that that stream is easy and ours is tough. All the three streams are equally tough, according to me, okay, and they have their own importance. So please make sure that this is a very honest opinion, that science, commerce, and humanities are equally tough and are the equal level. Everybody has their own way of dealing with expertise, and our expertise here is, of course, humanities. So let's just begin with what exactly is sociology, okay. What comes to your mind when you think of the subject sociology, okay? The first thing comes to your mind is, ma'am, it means the society, okay. Sociology for us is society. Somewhat to an extent it is right, because some which knowledge, okay, about the society, or the study about society, or the study about what exactly we see around us is sociology, okay. So basically sociology is equal to society, which is correct, okay. So this is the first thing before starting with the chapter. At NCERT gives you a fabulous coverage of what we have to read in order to understand a chapter, but these are the basics which you need to understand, that sociology means the study of society, or where we belong, okay, to notice those things. Now what exactly is sociology? Again, what comes to your mind in continuity to society, in continuity to what exactly is sociology, then comes the pattern of social relationships, okay. We meet people, we are, with people, we stay in a family. When we have a mother, we have a father, okay, we have grandparents, we have our siblings, we have uh, you know we have people who marry each other, they have children, they have their husband, wife, etc. So these basically can come under the patterns of social relationship. And what exactly do you mean by the term social interaction? Social interaction is something when you meet someone, when you talk with them, when you debate about something, when you try to understand what they want, okay. The concept of knowing each other, the concept of being in a society together. You have neighbors around you, right? You're not staying alone in the same building. You have neighbors around you. So when you focus, when you meet them, जब आप उनसे मिलते हो, जब आप उनसे बात करते हो, when you give a smile at them, when you go to help them, this is known as social interaction. What happens outside your house with other people is a part and parcel of social interaction. Now you will ask, ma'am, that means whatever we are having inside the family is not social? Of course, it is interaction. It is also a social interaction because your family is also being a part and parcel of the society. So yes, please remember that sociology means society, and it also means that it has past patterns of social relationship and it has social interaction which takes place. Now, the best part, it includes culture, okay, it includes different changes. Now, with the same thing, with when I say, once again, let me just change the pen color, red, yes. Now, when I say the term culture, what comes to your mind? You must be thinking culture is something, ma'am, is it that we are Hindu? Is it that we are Christians? Is it that something which is to do with our class? Okay, is that to do something with our religion? So let's just see what the screen says. Okay, the needs of economy are again determined by economic and political policies pursued by the government. Okay, the chances of an individual student are affected by both these broader political and economic measures as well as by the social background of his or her family. Now when we take you as an example, your basic social identity depends on everything. Okay, what you are studying, where you are studying, what sort of a family you are in, okay, what sort of concept you have in terms of political economic measures, okay, what sort of background you be with, okay, the social background. Okay, now this gives us a preliminary sense of knowledge, okay, how sociology studies human society and how it is interconnected as a whole. Why interconnected? Because you're staying in a society, you're meeting people, you're knowing them, they are knowing you, and the change in process goes on. Okay, so as how society and the individual interact with each other, the problem of choosing subjects in the senior secondary school here is a source of personal worry for the individual student. Now we know that whenever we give our class 10th and class 10th ke baad, we don't know what exactly should be taken in class 11th. Why? Because we are not pretty sure about our goals. We are not pretty sure about what is, the personal worry here is what exactly should we do. Okay, so your entity here is of course very self-evident that you will only do something when you're very sure about. And sociology, the problem here is, it is one subject which you want to know that what will I benefit if I take this subject. Okay, not just because it's a compulsory subject so I have to take it, I do not have any option, but there is a lot of scope even with this subject which you can come across in the later chapters which I'm going to tell you. All right, so don't take it as a subject that I just want to do it because I have this paper. Do it as a paper with hope, very what do you call, wholeheartedly, with heart and soul, and it is a very easy paper. I can assure you, my students have really done well in their examinations. They have given me their scores, and I'm very happy to say that yes, they did have the concepts clear and they have really got good marks. So even in case you have one more year with you in hands to prepare for class 12th also, so make sure that whatever you're studying now, your base is very clear and very sure shot. All right, moving ahead. One of the tasks of sociology is to unravel the connection between a personal problem and a public issue. Absolutely. Now, when I term the word society, okay, now imagine that there is a personal problem in my family, okay, and I have been quite upset with whatever is happening on my domestic front, that is my home, okay. Will I have the same behavior or the mood? Okay, let's relate it to the mood. Will I be having the same mood when I am having, when I meet my people, when I'm going out? Okay, when I'm going out, will it be the same? Will I be the same way with the others when I'm moving out of my house? Cannot be the same way. Why? Because that is my personal problem which I have to deal with in my house. But when I'm moving out, no matter what goes through, okay, I can be a little down for sure. It's a human, what do you call, nature or a characteristic that maybe something which has affected you is represented on your body language, it's represented on your face. But when I'm going to the society, when I'm meeting people, okay, I cannot be that rude. I have to make sure that I know what is the thing, what is the fine line between my personal problems and the public issue. So, task of sociology here comes into picture when we are unraveling the connection between the two, the public and the personal, okay, the private and the public. So, these two are the things which we would be discussing further. Let's see what exactly the term sociology was split into. Now, the term sociology was split into the Greek and Latin origins. What was the Latin origins, in which the term socio here means socius, which means companion. Okay, companion can be a partner. Okay, anything. All right. Now the term logy here, what meant was the Greek origin, which came from the Greek origin, which meant the study of logos, that study of word knowledge. So these are the words which you need to know, that how the term sociology came into picture. Okay, so this word, how did it come into picture, you need to know, and you will be having the fill in the blanks and later studies about this term, or different polls we take in the class, just to make sure that when you're preparing for your exams or when you're preparing for your competitive examinations, you remember this in a very proper way. All right. Now, who and when was this invented, or how it was it coined by? So this was basically coined by Emmanuel Joseph Sees, and when it was being coined by the year 1780. Now, please remember, I know when you're discussing history or when you're discussing sociology as a subject, you always get confused when the 18th century comes, when the 19th century comes, when the 20th century comes. What happened when? And you're like, whew, I don't know, ma'am. Was it 19th? No, no, no. It must be 18th. No, I think 20 yoga. Make sure that you have a basic list with you. Okay, make sure that you make a page in which you write different kind of years. Okay, make sure that you write 18th mein kya hua tha, what had happened on the 19th, and what are the incidents which has happened in these 20th century. Now make a list, write them down. All right, this will help you on a long run, because every day when you're putting that paper across in your house, you come across and you say 18th century, this will be like quick, you will remember it. It's like a phone wallpaper. When you are watching the phone again and again, the wallpaper colors, you can even remember them even when you're waking up in the night around 3 o'clock in the morning. So the same thing happens when you watch these. It will really help you. Okay, it is going to build you properly. All right, traditional focuses of sociology. What are the traditional focuses? Now see, what are the things which we are going to discuss in the term and in the chapter of sociology. Okay, social stratification. Stratification is nothing but it's about how you basically differentiate between the classes. Okay, the hierarchical separations. Okay, maybe let's take an example here of poor, lower middle class, higher middle class, or higher rich people, something like that. So there's a triangle which basically in every class I tell my kids to remember. Whenever you listen to the word stratification, this model should come in picture. Okay, then we will be speaking about social classes. We will be knowing about what exactly is social mobility. What is religion? Okay, now religion can probably differ from one to another. Everybody has a different religion, and now different religion also has different kind of characteristics. Okay, we will be speaking about sexuality, we will be speaking about gender. Please remember there is a difference between sexuality and gender. Don't think that, ma'am, sexuality is also male and female, gender is also male and female. No, no, it is not like that. Sexuality is something which is a choice, something which a person basically wants to believe, that when this person when he has a choice and he has a right of adapting something. It can be anything. It can be the way he looks at his life, the way he adapts his life, the way he wants to live his life. Gender across again. Now, gender can be male, female, others. Anything can be there. All right. Now, yes, this is a concept which we have seen. We have seen a drastic change from the earlier time to the current times. And all these things we are going to study in sociology. Okay. I know sometimes you must be thinking and wondering that, ma'am, you're speaking about the Industrial Revolution. That's kind of history. Sociology is basically a sister discipline of psychology, history, anthropology, and political science. Okay, you will come across the same thing in the further slides. Please remember, when we speak about the term society and sociology, Hindus cover about the 82% of the population, okay, which are evenly distributed across the regions. Okay, NCERT has one wonderful way of explaining things with proper numbers, percentage, and figure, which becomes very easy and crisp for you, okay, to understand the differentiation and segmentations. All right, it can help you segregate the terms. All right. What exactly do you mean by social issues? It is nothing but defined as a study of human values, relationship, belief, and society. What do you mean by the term human values? What exactly comes to your mind when you think about what exactly? Oh, I bet that kid I shouldn't have done. मैंने उसे मारा मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए था. Okay, sometimes your values will say that no, you should not hit someone. Sometimes your value will think, or you know, your behavioral pattern will think that you're very kind with someone. Okay, sometimes you will feel that okay, no, you're always angry because this is what your nature is. Okay, now these things can have different kind of values. Okay, you can have political values in a different way. You can have religion values. You can have you know, your family values which are inculcated in you. Sometimes you're very different than what your family believes in. Belief, relationship again is a very important part with your parents, with your society, with outside, with your friends, okay, with the people whom you meet in your workplace, etc. Now social issues can basically be defined in the simple words of study of human value, relationship, belief, and society. Now why belief? Some people will believe in God, some people will not. To each his own. All these things are basically coming under the roof of social issues. Okay, I hope that here, till here everything is clear, and I hope that you have no doubts till here. If so, you can let me know on the comment section, and I'm going to keep a check on that, so that you know, once I'm halfway, then I will check on the questions which you guys want me to answer, and we can take it from there. I hope that you guys are understanding, and hope that there is no issue till now. Okay, lovely. Chalo. Moving ahead, example of social issue is maybe attending a religious service. Now, imagine that you're home and you're studying, okay? You have your studies to focus on. So you have an exam and you're basically sitting and you're studying. And suddenly your mom comes and tells you that we have to go here because probably there is a you know, someone's house when there is a ritual, okay, when there is a kind of puja, when there is a festival, or maybe she says that there is a death, we need to go somewhere. That when you basically wake up, okay, now these are basically again social issues. Example that you have to leave your personal problem and you have to go because probably you have to attend religious service, probably your presence is required there, okay, your presence is important there, and that can be one of the you know, examples of a social what do you call issue. Okay, now who was the father of sociology? It was Auguste Comte. These names are very important, so this name you have to understand that throughout your class 11, 12, you know, UPSC studies, I you know, your basic what do you call competitive examinations. These are basic general knowledge questions which can be asked at any time. So make sure that you remember who's the father of sociology. Auguste Comte. All right, when was the when who coined the term sociology? It was Emmanuel C's Joseph. Okay, Emmanuel Joseph C's. You need to understand and remember these coins. All right, the terms. Now, what was the purpose of understanding which August came into picture, and he focused on how human action and consciousness both basically are shaped and are shaped by. So this was the purpose of understanding of Auguste Comte, and we are going to study about it further. Surroundings of cultural and social structures. Okay, we have important for you know, the most important thing here is to study not just about your personal life, but is always about your the public around you, the surroundings. Okay, important for individuals, light on the problems of the same. Of course, when you are staying in a society, you have to deal, okay, you have to deal with everything what happens. Now the pandemic has come, we all are dealing with it, right? We all know that okay, it's not safe, but when we have to go out, when we are managing things, we are trying to give our best shot because it's a society. Okay, have now when we speak about cultural and social structures, now that will vary, that there will be different cultural structures, there will be different social structures. We will further discuss. Please remember that there are 5 sociological perspectives, okay, and there are 3 theoretical perspectives. So 5 and 3, these are the two numbers which you need to understand and remember very carefully, so that it becomes very easy for you to further segment the same way in different way. You can characterize all of them. All right. Now, What are the threes? Okay, functionalist perspective, conflict perspective, and interactionist perspective. You will read about the same one. When we speak about interactionist, always remember it is a micro view. It is kind of, on a small scale. Micro is always on a small scale, on a very tiny number, whereas macro is a kind of economics, of course. Macro can be always on a big scale. Micro can be your family, macro can be your school. Okay, micro can be your relationship with your mother, macro can be in the school with the principal. So these can be the two different ways and approaches of how and why we will be understanding and reading out more about these perspective and the views. All right, what exactly is a concept? Concept means an idea that helps and organize our thoughts and perceptions or make sense of what we observe. Now, why do we say observe? We basically have a habit of assuming things, okay? So it's kind of assumptions which we have. So the concept means in sociology, it is an idea that helps us organize our thought, perceptions, and to make sense of what we observe. To make sense as in, do not get carried away. Okay, getting carried away is something which is very common in the terminology in society. Okay, so this is one aspect which we are going to focus on. How? Okay, what are the social structures? It can have social action, functional integration, power, culture, and these things are basically just for you to understand what you have in the book of sociology, what you have in the first unit of NCERT, that is Sociology and Society. Okay, you will be reading about social stratification. You remember the model triangle which I told you, that please remember this triangle and you will always remember what stratification is. Exactly, this is that. It is about a society's characterization and people with rankings of socio-economic tiers. Now when we say socio-economic tiers, it can be poor people, it can be middle class people, it can be higher middle class people, it can be the rich people. So it is basically from the model where we are saying the rich and the poor, and we can have the middle class people here. Okay, like we can usually, I'm just giving you this example so that you probably will remember the term stratification whenever it comes to your mind. Okay, that's basically the hierarchy of society's categorization, okay, with the people of ranking of the socio-economic tiers. What are the, because these two things are very important key terms and keywords in the subject of sociology. It can have education and it can have power. Now even in education we will be seeing different kind of perspectives where girl child's education was not very crucial. Okay, there were different sort of topics which we are going to study about wealth. For example, there were different social reforms like sati, which we are going to see that how things were there which were not making any logic and how things were abolished. Okay, how there were the land owners. Okay, I'm just giving you these basic examples to get a gist of the first unit, which is very simple. And believe me, these kind of what do you call examples which I'm giving you, you will remember them for throughout your life. Because when I did my sociology class 11, 12th, graduation, these keywords and terminologies which my teachers told me, I remember them even now. I don't have to go and look at the book because these things are just very quick. Stratification is the model. Okay, factors are wealth, income, education, of course class, religion, changes, family, kinship, empowerment, all of this pop in. So please make sure that whenever you're reading about it, okay, when we speak about power, you can have the basic thing called as politics. Okay, why politics? Because sociology is very well linked with political science as one of the important disciplines. Okay, power means your norms and belief. Okay, your norms here and the beliefs here means that your rules and regulations. Okay, these is the terms which are used when we speak about norm and belief, the rules and the regulation. Okay, you need laws. There were different sort of laws which came into picture. Okay, there were different sort of governing rules that came into picture when we are discussing power here. Okay, this is a very important major point which plays a very vital role in covering the aspects of society and sociology. Okay, are there any questions still here? Is there anything which you want to ask me? Anything which you would like to ask me? You can just feel free and ask. Yeah. and whatever you want, you can make sure that you put it on the comment section and I can repeat it for you. So once again, I will repeat it for you. The factors which are involved in sociology, which are important, are wealth, income, race, education, power. It will have everything. It will have psychology. It will have sociology. It will have it will have anthropology. And now these terms, don't get scared, because these terms also you will be reading in the further slides. So please remember, according to MacLever, all right, society is basically a web of social relationship. And as we move ahead, you will be remembering that these are the names and these are the definitions. Please remember that which sociologists have said what, okay? And of course, even if you don't remember the year, make sure that the centuries you remember, and follow the pattern which I give you, because it will really help you to understand and to remember the centuries, that what happened when, okay? Let's move to the next one. Social structure has of the Indian society has a heterogeneous character, okay, which is very diverse in character or the content. We are not going to discuss about any one basically, but this will be split into several other characteristics ahead. See this? So this is basically the diverse content or the diverse in character which we are speaking about, and we will have more features which we are going to study here, okay? So heterogeneous, of course, you have understood that the word, it is, many, all right, which we are going to discuss, and it refers to the network of social relationship. Please remember, interaction is according to the pattern of society. It will include situation, it will include people of different age, okay, it will include people of different color, it will basically you can say term, okay, or you can use the term the human race basically, all right, is equal to self reflexibility. It can show you what you look like to the others. Now, confused when I always told you that there is an influence when we speak about the term society? So this is the term. Sociology is equal to your self reflexibility of what we have seen, what you observe, what you have channelized, that this has happened, this is the change, this is the culture, this is the religion, this is the class, this is the creed, this is the way I have to have a following pattern of hierarchy. Hence, it can show you what you look like to others, all right? It can teach you how to look at yourself from the outside. So speak, okay? This is known as reflexibility, okay? It can teach you how to look at yourself from the outside, like what people something, and you feel that it is not something very good, okay, not something very good, you will be understanding that how to speak, okay? So it can teach you how to look at yourself from outside. So to speak, this is known as the term reflexibility, okay? Are there any questions? You can let me know. Yes, so it can teach you how to look at yourself from the outside, okay? If there are any questions, please put it on the comment section, and I'm going to see all the questions now. So is it okay? Do we move ahead? Okay, so I can see who all have joined. All right, now I had a look. Hi Aditi, good afternoon. Hi Harshal. Hello Jagriti. Hi Rashmi. Hi Anvesha. Hi Bhakti. Are there any questions? Can I move ahead? Is it okay? Is it clear for you guys? Okay. So let's move ahead when I'm going to tell you the next would be social. What do you mean by the term social groups? Okay. Social group is something where you have different. Okay, so social group is something where you basically have different age boundaries, okay, that is young and old. You have regional boundaries, you have economic boundaries. Economic boundaries, of course, it includes money, okay. Here it includes yourself. When we speak about age boundaries, it can include your families, it can include your, your parents, your grandparents, yourself, your siblings, etc. Religious boundaries will include, of course, the belief, the values which you come across in society and sociology. These are two other different things. When you speak about the caste boundaries, this is one more aspect which keeps on changing depending on the society and the social structure, with different kind of norms and beliefs which we will be coming across in the further slides. Okay, now the subject here in Indian society, we have to discuss more about what is sociological. It is not just related to the common sense or the point of view. Okay, it has various aspects which we will be coming across. Okay, so make sure that you keep asking if you have any questions on the comment section, as I can see. Okay, yes ma'am, all right. So if you have any questions, just make sure that you inform me. All right. Great. So moving ahead, what exactly is the term where we are heading after this? Okay, the moment you read the term Indian society, please remember you have to study about colonialism. Okay, now this is one aspect which we are going to discuss in detail. What exactly was, how exactly was the British rule, how exactly was the entire concept of colonialism which came into picture. Okay, what were the advantages, what were the boon, okay, what were the banes. We will be discussing all of this in the further slides. Okay, now why I'm saying the further slides, because at least I want you guys to know what exactly the terminologies are, so that you can easily discuss them in the further slides. Okay, now what are the forces of modernization and capitalist economic change? Okay, what basically means the capitalist economic change? Again, you will come across what were the terms of goods. Okay, you will come across the services, you will come across the production, you will come across the profits. All these words and key terms you will write, you will, you will study ahead. Okay, so sociology, it maps the links and connections between personal troubles and social issues. To revise once again, I already have told you that these are basic points which are the key features which you have to come on, you have to remember them, and these are very important. So as you can see, sociology maps the links and connections between your personal troubles and the social issues, that is personal and private. Okay, moving to the next one. Sociological imagination. What exactly is the term sociological imagination? Now, please remember the personal problems, okay, and the public issues. Okay, we began with a set of suggestions that drew our attention on how the individual and the society are directly linked. Okay, this is a point where sociologists over several generations have concerned with. Okay, and the Wright Mills, C. Wright Mills, basically rest his vision on the sociological imagination precisely in unraveling about how personal and public problems are created. So who said it? The C. Wright Mills. I have already told you that please remember the names, because these are going to be very important in for you to understand the concepts of the same. Okay, any questions still here? Okay, Jagriti says hi. Okay, ma'am. Hi, Jagriti. Hello. Hello, beta. Okay, so it's clear? Okay, ठीक है. Chalo, no problem. So I'll move ahead now. We have how much time? We have few more minutes. I will cover this. Okay. Now the sociological imagination enables you to grasp history and biography and the relations between the two within the society. So I told you that they have several disciplines which we will come across. Okay, it has psychology, it has sociology, it has economics, it has history, it has political science, it has philosophy, anthropology, all of them. So this, that is the task and the promise, that perhaps the most fruitful distinction with which the sociological imagination work is between the personal trouble and the milieu and the public issues of the social structure. Troubles occur within the character of individuals and within the range of his immediate relations with others. Okay, they have to do his self, and how it is not limited to your social life or environment. Okay, when you term about the terminology society and sociology, it is not just limited to your surroundings. It also includes your public life, it is also includes your personal life. Your family is a part and parcel of it. The way you earn, the way you live, the way you stay, everything is a part and parcel as environment is involved. Okay, not just then, we are also going to study about the major aspect of pluralities and inequalities among societies. Now what is it? In the contemporary world we belong, okay, we always remember society. In the moment we say our society, please make sure that the focus here is on the Indian society. When we say the term "our," it is always about the Indian society, which we are using amongst the fellow Indians, which we use the term to denote our linguistic or ethnic community. Now, here, what is linguistic? It means the language which we use. Okay, this is the linguistic community, and ethnic here means the culture which we all live in and which we all are surviving in. Okay, these are the terms. We will be also studying about the tribal religions, the diversity basically, which makes a society. When we are talking about difficult, okay, perhaps the difficulty of mapping society is not just confined to sociologists alone. Some Indians are rich, most are not. Now, this is a very important statement. Okay, some Indians are rich, most are not. Some are very well educated, others are illiterate. Why? Because they do not have the chance, because they do not get the option, okay, of luxury. Why? Because they do not have money. They basically have seen poverty, and that is the reason it says that some lead easy life of luxury, others toil hard for the little rewards. Okay, now this is a very important aspect when we speak about society, the pluralities and the inequalities. Okay, some are politically very powerful, others cannot influence anything. Why? Some have a great opportunities of advancement in life, others lack them altogether. Now, why? Because here we are going to debate and talk about the differences which we will come across in the terms of society or sociology. Okay, some are treated with respect by the police, others are treated like dirt. Why? Again, the hierarchical pattern comes into picture when we are discussing about the social stratification, that is the hierarchical, that is the class segmentation. Okay, the poor, the lower middle class, the higher, upper middle class, or the rich. And that is the reason it is clearly stating here in pluralities and inequalities among societies that some illiterate, others are illiterate. Some lead a very easy life of luxury, but others they toil very hard to get a reward. Okay, so there is a difference between these two which we need to understand, and how we are going to study about them is a very serious issue and requires a very serious attention. Okay, introducing sociology. How do you have to be acquainted with the term of social imagination, and what are the concerns of sociology? How do you study where it is interrelated with? Okay, our discussion about the individual choices here and the job market showed how the economic policy institutions are connected. Now, when I say the term institutions, okay, here the term institution doesn't mean our school or colleges. The institution term is being used here as the social institutions. Okay, for example, it can be marriage. So, for example, it can be school, it can be family, it can be kinship, it can be relationship, it can be money, all of them. It can be religion, it can be politics, all of them comes under social institutions. Now, social institutions are basically of two parts. One can be formal, another one can be informal. We will be having this in the second chapter of NCERT, all right, where we will be discussing about the social institutions. Okay, it will also focus on the some key terms under what society and sociology will enable you to understand. Okay, sociology is the study of human social life, group, and society. Now you can see we already discussed the terminologies in the first previous slide where I told you about the key terms about. Okay, clear? Okay, all right. Now, the sociologist must be ready to ask any of our beliefs, okay, basically about ourselves, no matter how cherished. Okay, is it the real? Is it really so? Is it the thing which was I was thinking? Was it the common phenomena which we all think? How? Both the systematic and questioning approach of sociology is derived from broader tradition of scientific investigation. Investigation here is about your findings, which apparently you have a thought, you want to research on it, you want to collect enough data, empirical statistics, rule. When I say that we have few advantages also, when I told about the beginning and the growth of sociology in Europe. Okay, now this basically is relevance of studying with the beginning of growth in sociology in Europe. How did it happen? For every student of sociology, it is significant to study the growth of sociology as a discipline in Europe. Why? This is due to the very fact that the subject matter of sociology deals with the issues and the concerns which are developed in the new world order. Okay, these issues and concerns were developed during the rapid changes that occurred in European societies in the 18th and 19th century. Now this begins from here. Starts. This begins from here. Capitalism and industrialization, which developed in Europe, undermined the old settled order, okay, and gave rise, to many issues like urbanization. See what it is saying? It gave rise to many issues like urbanization of factory production, which were pertinent to all the modern societies in various forms. Okay, the global impact of capitalism has been seen as the cause of uneven transformation of the societies. Okay, sociology basically came into picture and was noticed from this movement. Okay, when people started realizing that there was a shift and there was a major drift which was being done in the what do you call late 19th centuries and the early 20th. All right, any questions which you have till here? Anything which you would like to ask? Because apparently we are already done for today. So I cannot take the rest of the slides now. So I might be taking and continuing them in the next class, okay, where I would be discussing about the growth of sociology, okay. Of course, this is the first chapter. In continuation, we will do it. I will make sure that at least you go through the entire thing and then we move to the next one. Okay, so this is just for your reference that we are going to do about the features and the keys, okay. We are going to discuss about the colonial regime. And the best and my favorite part of this chapter is the scope of sociology, which we are going to conveniently discuss the phenomena. And see, as you can see the colorful thing on the board, this is the best part and this is my favorite part. Why I always say is because, of course, it is fun to learn that how sociology and economics is connected, how sociology and political science are connected, how it is connected with history, what are the aspects and angles of how anthropology and psychology are connected. Yeah. Okay, there's a question. Just a minute. Let me read the question. Okay, so Dead Scar Gaming asks me, on what basis does such a big war take place? So was it the war which you're meaning is is it the British India rebellion are you talking about? Can you just give me a clarification on the same? Is it the East India which came into the picture? Or are you talking about the same, the list of this war? Did you mean this? Can you just clarify so that I can go ahead and give you the answer? Okay, so the British India you're talking. All right. So see, okay, very good question. I like it. See, basically, following the Indian Rebellion of 1857, okay, the rule of British East India Company came to an end, okay, and the British Crown now began to rule over India directly as per the Government of India Act, okay, I think 1858 through the British Raj, okay. And why did the conflict start? Okay, who started the conflict? So Indian mutiny, what also called the Sepoy mutiny that time of the first war of independence, widespread but very unsuccessful rebellion against the British rule came into picture. It began in Meerut, as you know, by the Indian troops, okay, the sepoys, which were known as, in the service of the British East India Company, and it spread to Delhi, Agra, Kanpur, etc. Now, there were a few facts which were pretty interesting to know that why and how did it come into picture. Okay, if you ask me that, ma'am, what was the reason behind it? Okay, what was the reason behind the entire conflict which has happened? Okay, and why did they invade? So, see, they basically wanted a proper civilization. They basically had a different indigenous what do you call control which they wanted to. Okay, they wanted to basically have the rule in continuity, which apparently was not the reason, and we didn't want to let that happen. Okay, so the Indian mutiny widespread the entire thing, and the entire the rebellion split. So this was the start of the East India Company, which came into picture. Okay, one second. There's one more question. Okay. Yes, ma'am, the British. Yeah, I told you about the war. I told you. This was the reason why they wanted to do this. So that was the reason why the war took place. Is it clear? Okay. And when I speak about the East Indian Company, there's one more thing which is very important for you guys to know. See, it is also known as the Honorable or East India Company. Okay. Now, the reason basically was the trade war. Okay, it was the trade war which was happening, which they wanted to. The motto was basically the trading. Okay. Uh, uh, what was the what are you asking, beta? Yeah, so the company ruled the beginnings of the British Empire in India. Okay, and the best thing is here the company received a royal charter, and the Queen Elizabeth, which came into picture in the 1600s, come relatively in the in the trade in the Indies. Okay, by contrast, wealthy merchants and aristocrats also owned the shares here. Initially, the government owned no shares and had only indirect control, until which the permanent joint stock was established. So this was the first century which led to all of this. And in 1803, as the height of rule in India, the East India and the private army of these many people. Yeah, clear? Today, and I'm hoping to see you at the next class, where we will be discussing about the relationship with scope of sociology and all the. See, I have already given you. We will be discussing history, pol science. We will be discussing about the sociology relationship with economics, which we are going to study about psychology, anthropology. Okay, so yes, these are the things. We will also study about a few cute key terms. Okay, few key terms. Why? Because these will definitely come in your examinations. It is already there in the NCERT book also. We're going to discuss about what feminism is. What exactly do you mean by anthropology? Anthropology is basically the study and of course the multidisciplinary study about knowing about custom, belief, and society. Yeah, so these are the things which we are going to study in the next class. So I'm hoping to see you all, uh, and the common differences between sociology and society, as you can see on the screen. So there's a lot left. So I'm going to see very soon all of you. Are there any more questions which you would want me to answer? All right. So, okay. All right. This will help me sum it up. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. Most welcome. So, stay safe, and I'm going to see you soon for the next class. Till that time, make sure you take care of yourself. My regards to you and your families, all of you who have watched, all of you who are going to watch it later. Hoping that I see you in the next class. Take care of yourself. Bye, and my regards.